Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Rose, and if you don't know, usually my content is all about teaching and lifestyle, but today I wanted to put up a different video for you guys about my skincare routine. Now, I'm not someone who is super involved in skincare, but I do have a routine that I'm really happy about, and I figured that I would share it with you guys. Now, as always, skincare is very personal, and so what works for me may not work for you, but I still wanted to share the things that I use anyway because I really do enjoy these products. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention is just my skin type. Right now, I have very normal skin. It is the winter in New York, and we're having really decent weather right now. It's about 40 degrees, pretty warm compared to where we would usually be at. And so in the winter time, my skin does get dry, but in the summer, my skin does get oily. I'm also a big sweater, and so I do switch up my moisturizers depending on winter and summer, and also depending on daytime versus nighttime. Again, because I don't want my face to sweat or feel like my makeup is melting off. Also, by no means am I a skincare expert. I'm just showing you guys what I do, and hopefully some of these products will help you as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put up my hair. Usually I just use a headband, nothing crazy. I know some people can just like put their hair behind their ears, but I have no idea how someone is able to do that without getting makeup all over their hair or water all over their hair. So also, I just want to mention to you guys that I'm obviously in my bedroom, and then I'm going to have to go to my bathroom. My bathroom is just so small to set up a filming space. It's just not feasible. So I will be walking back and forth. All right. So let me just show you. Here's my makeup from the day. I actually filmed a video earlier today, and so this is the makeup from that video. I'm going to start first with a double cleanse. I like to start with an oil cleanser or a balm and then work my way to a gel cleanser. I'm just going to be finishing up this oil cleanser that I have from Neutrogena. Again, it's barely any left, but I'm just going to put this in my hand. In all honesty, I hate the way these things feel on my hand. And so I really try to use just one hand as much as possible because I hate both of my hands feeling really gross and wet and nasty. I know it's like this weird pet peeve, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna take the oil, slather that on my face, and just start working it in. Now, when it came to makeup remover, I used to always use a makeup wipe. I stopped using makeup wipes maybe within the last, I don't know. It was during quarantine. It was definitely during like when we started going into lockdown with the pandemic. One, because I wasn't wearing as much makeup, so I felt like I didn't need the makeup remover wipes as much. But then I started to watch a lot of like YouTube videos that spoke about how bad makeup wipes were for you and how you do a lot of rubbing on your skin. And I just started to feel like, okay, I'm getting older. I am 32 and I don't want to ruin my skin, especially because I get really bad seasonal allergies. I rub my eyes so much. And as much as I try to tell myself, you're gonna cause wrinkles on your eyes, you're gonna cause wrinkles, I just cannot stop because they get so itchy. And so if there's any way that I can eliminate how much damage I am putting, then I will try to do that. So I just rub this all in. I want it to loosen up all of my makeup. I also have sunscreen on from earlier today, and I'm just going to rub this in. So as of right now, it doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like it's done anything, but when you wet your oil, it does what they call, it emulsifies, and it'll cause like these suds on your face, and it'll really start to break down the makeup, and then everything will fall off into the sink. So I'm going to go and wet my face so that you can see it emulsify just for a second, but then I'm really going to wash off all of it in the sink so you won't see that part. But let me just show you what it looks like when you do wet the oil, and that's kind of where it really does start to remove all of your makeup. Okay, so here's what it looks like when it starts to emulsify. You see how it starts to get white and like almost sooty. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to make sure that I wet the rest of my face and make sure that I also wet my eyes so that I can take off all of my mascara and all of my brow products, and then I will be back with you guys to show you my second cleanse. Okay, so this is what my face looks like with the first cleanse. That was just the oil. It's taken off most of my makeup, but you can still see a little bit of residue. Now I know for some people, you may think that makeup wipes are the way to go, but in all honesty, a makeup wipe does not take off all of your makeup, so it doesn't make sense to use a makeup wipe, hug on your skin, and then still have to use a cleanser anyway. It really does defeat the purpose, and also the process is a lot faster. I used to think that using a makeup wipe was a lot faster. I will say that it got me into the process of being like, okay, fine, I'll take off my makeup. But in all honesty, it doesn't help you take off your makeup faster. I'm going to go in with my second cleanse now, which is my gel cleanser, and this is just Clean and Clear Morning Burst Facial Cleanser. In all honesty, this one is not my favorite. I bought it and so I'm using it. So I am going to use this one. I just put a little dollop. This one I feel like you don't need a lot because it can leave like this residue on your skin. Obviously it washes off, but in other words, this one can kind of feel slimy for a while. So I barely use any, and then I just make sure that I wash that off. So my face is already drying. I kind of let the water dry. So I'm just gonna go in, rub this all over, get parts of my neck. And again, I'm going to go back to the bathroom. I will wet my face. I will wash this all off, and then I will come back with the next step in my routine. Okay, so I'm just going to pat dry my face. Unfortunately, I do not have like a good towel or like wipe that you're supposed to use to dry your face. That is something that I am looking for. So for now, I am just going to use a towel or paper towel. Okay, so that's that. All of my makeup is off of my face. Now the next step, I do not do this every day. I actually do it once a week, which is why I decided to film this video, and that is use an exfoliator. Now the exfoliator that I'm using, it says it can be used daily. I know a lot of people, when I say a lot of people, I mean like people on YouTube who use this every day, but for me and my skin, I felt like it was breaking me out when I was using it every day, and I think it was just too much for my skin to handle. So I am going to use it today so that you can see it, but again, know that I only use this once a week. You may be able to use this more often, but I personally cannot. It's gonna be really hard to see it because my lights are so bright, but this is the Dermalogica daily microfoliant, and this is actually pretty cool because it is a powder. I actually saw Jackie Aina use this in her nighttime routine, and she has great skin, and so I thought I'd give it a try. And so if you look, it's just like a powder, and when you wet it, it'll kind of like suds up, and then you can just like gently exfoliate your skin. So I'm gonna wet this, and then I will show you how I exfoliate my skin, nothing crazy, and then I'll wash it off. Okay, so this is what it looks like now that it is all sudsy, and I'll just apply that on my skin. I will also say something about this. I don't like the smell. I don't know, I don't think it has fragrance in it, but just like the smell of the actual, I guess like chemicals themselves, I hate it. I hate the way it smells. But I'll just go over my skin, nothing crazy. And then afterwards, I'll just go and I'll wash it off. I know that they also say that you can leave this on your skin for quite some time, but again, I don't do that. And also, I'm kind of still trying to get to the point where my skincare is like, I just enjoy this so much. Like I do, now that I have a routine, I look forward to it. But my skincare routine is not something that I want to take like 20 minutes. And so it's just not that kind of thing for me, at least not yet. But I'm gonna go and now wash this off. So the next step in my routine is super simple. So I don't do this every day, but again, I'm going to add an essence into my routine. This is from Naturium. It's just a 2% hyaluronic acid. This one is supposed to just add moisture back into your skin. And so I'm just gonna take that on a cotton round. I know a lot of times you can just like put it directly in your hand, but I do feel like sometimes I put too much when I put it in my hand. And so I like that on the cotton round, it will absorb some of it. And so I don't have like this crazy thick layer all over my skin. So I am going to just do it with a cotton round. I know, again, they say that you're not supposed to, but I prefer it with a cotton round, and I can still feel it there. Now, this is where I'm just going to apply my cream / serum and then call it a night. So I have just recently incorporated retinol into my skincare routine. I have tried this in the past from the brand The Inkly. I think they have like a 1% retinol, but I think that that was actually too strong for my skin. Ugh, let me actually put this on because I already feel my face drying out. I believe that that was too strong for my skin. And so I've purchased this one from Naturium, which is a retinol complex cream. So you can use this as a moisturizer as well. She does recommend that you can use it as a moisturizer, and it does have retinol in it. I do think that this is just a nicer way for me to ease into retinol because, again, the one from the Inkly was just way too strong for my skin. Even when I was using it just once a week, I couldn't do it. And then the problem was I would just stop using it altogether, forget about it, try to start again, and then have reactions to it all over again. So I like this one, again, from Naturium because I have not had any negative reactions, and I do think that is just a nicer way for me to add retinol into my skincare because it's also mixed with a moisturizer. Usually I would try to put this on right away, right after the essence, but I was talking to you guys and kind of got distracted. The founder of this, Susan Yara, she does say that you can just use this on its own. But again, for me, I feel like my skin is just slightly too dry just to use this on its own. Done that for about 2 nights, and I felt like I woke up with my face feeling dry. Even in the middle of the night, I kind of felt like my skin almost like tugging on my pillow, and that was really weird. So I am also going to add a moisturizer on top. I do go between 2 of them, so I was using the Nivea cream for a really, really long time, but I went to Sephora because they were having a deal and I was able to get the Belief cream. This is the True Cream, and I put this on at night. I know for some people that this might be a little too heavy, but for me, it works. My skin, again, just likes to stay moisturized, and on top of the retinol cream, I feel like it works, and I don't have any negative reactions to this. So, I mean, it's a moisturizer, but you know, sometimes you can clog your pores, or maybe you can moisturize too much. And so for me, I think that this is just enough. I really like how it makes my skin feel. It gets absorbed in really nicely. It doesn't leave a film. And so that's why I really like to use this one. And my camera's about to die. So the last thing in my routine is lip balm. I know a lot of people will do like a lip exfoliator, but for me, I don't know. I don't have one, so I don't do it. But this is just this chapstick that I am obsessed with. A friend of mine on Instagram posted that she uses it, and you know those people where everything they recommend you know is great. This was just a friend of mine from church. She recommended this and she was swearing by it. You guys, I'm telling you, it'll be the last one that you ever use. And I was like, yeah, okay. Bought 2 of them, one for myself, one for my husband, and we are obsessed. You guys, I'm done with it. I've never one kept a chapstick this entire time and used it. This will keep my lips moisturized until tomorrow. I will wake up with soft lips. It lasts so long. It doesn't leave like that nasty film in the middle of your lips. It doesn't feel like Vaseline. It almost feels like Carmex without, or like a Blistex without the burn. It's very similar to that type of feel, but I love it. It's called Lip I don't even know how you, I'm assuming that's how you say it. I find it on Amazon, but that is pretty much it. That is my skincare routine. And then my morning routine is obviously a little different, but the goal for me is simplicity. Even though this may feel like a lot of steps, I don't exfoliate every day, so I just do a double cleanse. I put the essence, I put the creams, I'm done for the night. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.